Hello, hello. Let's get it up and going. Today, oh, there's a little salt on my lip. Today, we're having a wild cherry and cream Pepsi. And my mom is very confused as to why I'm doing this. Oh, yeah. Is that a pimple? Oh, my God. I'm gonna get away from the camera now.
You roll it up on the couch. Oh, I was...
Yeah. We both just got out of the shower. We've been busy, busy girls.
Welcome back, everybody.
Everybody.
Gonna give it just a second for the crowds
To
the
come
masses
rolling in.
to
Yes.
join.
What you having for a beverage this evening?
Oh, I guess you didn't hear the ASMR.
I did, but I didn't see what one it was. Cherries and cream.
So, welcome everybody to today's episode of Burger Queens.
A meal fit for queens. That's right.
Today we've got some delicious looking French fries,
Oh, yum.
some napkins.
Oh, for those of us that may be sloppy. Hello, Christine. Hello, everybody.
I believe that one is for you.
That one is for me, you believe? Okay.
And I did get two for myself.
Oh,
But if you need
if I need an extra bite or something.
and we could. Usually you only eat one. I think for your digestive health.
But I am saving room for dessert.
Mom's very excited about the cake we got.
Oh, they cut them in half?
I requested yours cut in half because I thought it would excite you.
It did.
Because I never saw that feature.
Have it your way at Burger King.
I never saw that you could do that on there.
They call it making it special or something like that on
They
there.
didn't charge anymore for it.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I saw it and I said, you know, I think Mom's going to get a hoot out of having it cut in half.
Hoot. I do like my burgers cut in half. And it was done professionally.
Which now I'm realizing I probably should have had them also do that one in half.
Look at you guys want to see? Okay. Oh, you couldn't see through the paper, right? Oh. So that it looks like they wrap it in one paper, and then they cut it through the paper, and then they wrap it in another paper.
Or
how special was that?
Or they wrapped it and forgot.
And went back and cut it.
Just said, I'll just cut it.
No, they would never forget. Not with you placing an order ever. No. Okay, there we go. It's cheeseburger time. I just didn't feel like cooking tonight. We've been super busy.
We've been. Birds are being very loud.
Mm-hmm.
We've been gardening and doing yard work the last 2 days.
Even in the pouring rain.
And if you don't believe me, check out this blister on my pinky.
Look at that. It didn't pop. Yeah.
You see that big old bubble right there?
That's huge.
Yeah.
But we got a lot done. A lot. And I mean, it's almost the middle of July. And it's so crazy. Usually July and August are really hot and really dry for our area. There is nothing but rain. It's been raining, and nothing but rain in the forecast.
Can you believe it?
But I'm so glad we got all the plants in. And
It looked like it rained as we were getting them out of the plants in. Looks like one of the sunflowers was top heavy and it snapped.
That we
Or if you
planted?
just put it on here when I was coming back with the king of the burger.
Hmm.
Katie asked, "Have you tried Habit Burger yet?"
Is that a new thing? I've never heard of it. So I'm guessing we don't have it in our area. What is it? Habit Burger?
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Has anybody else ever heard of Habit Burger?
I've been trying to drink a lot of.
Never heard of it either? Yeah.
I've been trying to drink a lot of water and Gatorade the last like 2 days because I've been sweating buckets outside. So I think this is the first soda I've had in like 3 days or something, and I'm feeling the carbonation.
Woohoo, Bubs! Bubbles. Mm. But yeah, we've been working like crazy. Even, I mean, Downpour and poor Tatum. She's been so good with this rain and thunder and stuff. But yesterday, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was this crazy crack, boom. I mean, so loud that she was just shaking uncontrollably for a good 5 minutes at least. And she's been really good about being much more calm. You go with KFC usually? Our KFC's chicken is terrible. There's never like much meat on it. Like if you just like their breading, you get lots of that, not to worry.
And I just can't justify going to KFC knowing that like they use like instant mashed potatoes. Don't they?
I bet they do. I've never gotten a lump.
Right, or seen any skin.
Yeah.
I was gonna, at Burger King there's a new How to Train Your Dragon meal. Having trouble?
Yeah. Oh, can you do it with your blister?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Careful, I didn't get it all the way, so when you
Yeah,
squeeze it.
Oh yeah. I think I'm a little weak from gardening.
Yeah.
I still can't get it. Wow, that's a tough one. I don't know, maybe our hands from, I mean, the amount of weeds and...
My shoulders are definitely slow. I was digging a lot of holes.
Yeah. And I was trying to keep up with filling her holes with plants.
It isn't everybody.
Plus we still have from different trees that we've had taken down, even though, we had them, what they call like flush cut down and then ground down. There's still a lot of roots down there. And we were coming across some big boys. The fries are pretty good tonight.
Do you have a husband to help with the yard? Now, Linda, are we gonna go down this road?
No, I have sons. My son's a landscape architect, but
There was 8 people working in our yard today.
yeah.
Don't need no husband.
And I think we were working the hardest.
Just saying. Would you like half of this?
No, I still have half of mine left.
That's what I figured. I usually eat 2 by the time you're not even done with yours, so.
Well, I told you, I'm saving room for dessert, too.
Right. I'm trying to get in, obviously Burger King is the best source of protein after putting in a lot of hard work, so that's,
Dessert is important. I'm just saying. So, yeah, we had, usually we try to take off Tuesday and Wednesdays and do our own catch-up and things. And I try to do some videos, and Meg does and stuff. But we've just been straight out gardening. And it wasn't anything glamorous to worth, like, making videos of. And we still have more to do, though. But some of it will be more glamorous that will be video worthy.
Spent a lot of time just weeding the garden beds
And we were hoping to have had this all done by April of 2025.
No, I don't ever smile.
Isn't there an upcharge for that? So, but yeah, we're coming up on getting it done.
The yard will be done soon, and then we can go about life like normal.
Doing some adventures and fun stuff. When we say adventures, we are on a budget, so it's like day trips.
An adventure to the next town over. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What are you guys having for dinner? We're a little, slow tonight.
Yeah, we've just been
Can you
working
guys
crazy.
see my tan? I mean, you usually look tan compared to me, but I look... Don't I look a little colorful tonight?
But it's so crazy. It'll be like sunny, and then out of nowhere, the sky gets dark, and just, those big raindrops that only takes 2 to drench you? That kind of rain.
Just trying to check the farmer's tan, but I think my neck's a little sunburnt.
It's a little pink, yeah. I think the
wearing
sun only came out maybe 5 minutes today.
He's wearing a tank top in hopes to
There's glow going on.
not get a farmer's tan. Do my elbows look tan, guys? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Might not be able to eat this whole thing anyway. You might have to eat some of it, Mom.
We might have to just save it as a leftover.
No. No.
We got a yummy dessert to be having tonight.
We got a little cakey cake.
I'm hoping to start ramping up my recipes again and get some good ones going.
Them birds is going crazy.
What's everybody else having for dinner? You can either say what you're having for dinner or what is your favorite fast food? What's your go-to?
Hi, Timothy. Or, what's your favorite slow food?
Oh, there you go.
Kind of a
Because I'm going to
burger.
tell you, the fast food restaurants here are slow food.
No, I placed the order and left it. It was ready when I got there. I got to go to the drive-thru and everything.
I don't have Burger King now, right? Chipotle. Since we got this Baja here, we do Mexican at home ourselves because we like stuff real mild. But I don't know if they have them in your area. We have this Baja,
You okay?
and I'm going to tell you what. They put Chipotle to way shame.
Good girl.
Like really bad.
Love you.
Our Chipotle, I don't think I ever see the same employee there twice. Like, they have a big turnover. Baja is better, right? Oh, you've been to a Baja? Yeah. We have Baja here, and I'll tell you, even just looking at it is beautiful, and it's super clean in there.
Can't do Taco Bell. I mean, I haven't had it in a while, but
I know they've got some new menu thing too, but
I obviously was trying to get my post-workout protein in today.
yeah,
That's why we had to go get big old beefy burgers.
yeah, beef it up, baby.
Birds, shut up.
You had Taco Bell last night. I mean, maybe other Taco Bells are better than ours. Ours is just terrible.
Depends what you order.
Well, supposedly right now, have you heard any more about, are they going to be putting in a Chick-fil-A here?
I don't listen, so it's hard. It's hard to hear when your ears are closed.
They opened a Chick-fil-A about 45 minutes away from us, but they're supposed to be opening one much closer. But they haven't even broken ground or anything, if that's actually going to go through. But supposedly right now, the number one for revenue, quality of food, everything, right now is supposedly Chick-fil-A. And isn't it interesting how they do better revenue, everything at Chick-fil-A, and they're only open 6 days a week.
Can't do the birds screaming and you're screaming. Everyone's screaming for ice cream.
Yeah, the birds are screaming. You know, it was really weird. They actually, the neighbor's dog was barking earlier. It really set one of the birds off. He was not happy. She was not happy about that, which I'd never seen her react that way. They go nuts for Chick-fil-A. A few years back, when we were down in Florida, when they had, I forget what day they even call it, something about, I don't know if it's Save a Chicken Day or something, I don't know. I forget what it's called, but if you go dressed like a cow, you get a free, chicken sandwich. And so Megan and I did that. But like, we have the my real problem would be definitely if they ever opened a Dairy Queen here.
I think this might be the third live stream in a row that we've pined after a Dairy Queen.
We're hoping somebody will open one if they hear it.
We're just having double cheeseburgers from Burger King.
Yeah. It was not a cooking night for me.
And the only thing I'm cooking is good looking.
You are good looking. But
so,
Burger King fries are good.
I honestly, up until I had like Dairy Queen and stuff, because for a long time, we live in a very small town on an island, whatever. And for a long time, like, sounds very like 21st century problem or whatever. But for a long time, the only fast food I'd ever had was McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, or KFC, or like Subway. And so
we don't even like Domino's here. Like, the Domino's here is terrible.
Okay, negative Melly.
Yeah.
Now my favorite fast food is Dairy Queen, if I had to pick one. But for a majority of my childhood, my favorite was Burger King, because I think Burger King's pretty good.
It's flame broiled, and you can have it your way.
It just like, I don't know if it's just what I've convinced myself, but it seems a little less greasy than McDonald's.
Because they literally, I believe it's a gas grill thing, and it goes on like a conveyor belt, and the grease like drips out of it.
Yeah, there was some weird selection when I was ordering that I could order it fresh off the broiler.
Well, how else would you have it? What else?
I don't know. I'm like, shouldn't that just automatically? I don't like burping up the flame broiled flavor. That's fair. But they also have good chicken sandwiches and stuff at Burger King too. That I don't think necessarily, and maybe they shouldn't have that flame broiled effect.
Yeah.
Oh, she gobbled up the
I
very
did.
last fry.
I did. Well, they have deep fried chicken sandwiches, and then they also have the grilled ones.
Their chicken is better than McDonald's. I agree.
I think that their burgers are as well.
There's something about like the sesame seed bun that makes it seem
Special.
but it just makes it seem more like authentic.
It's
almost.
It's a genuine burger. Yeah.
I don't know.
And they also fortunately it's an option that you can order it this way. But if you don't ask at McDonald's, they douse them with salt and pepper. And so whenever we do get it from there, I always tell Meg knows she opts out on mine for that.
I order no salt on mummies.
Yeah, but they don't add it to begin with at Burger King, so you don't need to say take it off. Or at Wendy's either.
Yeah, Timothy said the burgers are better. I do like a Big Mac now and every now and then. There are certain times where, like, especially if you like drive by a McDonald's or if like we're doing an order and delivering someone McDonald's sometimes, and you get a whiff of that distinct McDonald's smell.
Yeah.
Sometimes, or just sometimes in general, you get that McDonald's craving that only McDonald's satisfies.
I have to say, also, McDonald's soft serve ice cream is good. And it's probably no dairy in it, but
Burger King, because I was gonna get, they had the new How to Train Your Dragon movie, so they had a How to Train Your Dragon like meal or whatever, and there were Whoppers with a orange and yellow marbled bun, and so I did kind of want to see that, but it was like $10 and change for one of those, and these were $2 a piece.
yeah.
And you get about the same amount of meat, I think.
Yeah.
But they also had what drew me in, and I almost was going to order till I read the description on it. I thought they had a Dubai chocolate ice cream. Did you see it?
Yeah, that was only at like 3 stores.
No, that's not there. It wasn't Dubai at all. What I saw.
Oh, what was it?
Part of the like How to Train Your Dragon meal, whatever. There was a sundae that was part of the meal, and it had hot fudge and these green flake little pieces, crumbs, whatever. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Is that like a pistachio crumb?
Oh, right,
and like chocolate sauce? Like, oh my god, give me 7. Like,
oh, maybe it wasn't there then that I was thinking. Oh no, it was that Shake Shack.
Yep.
It was the Shake Shack that had the Dubai one, but it wasn't at our store.
So I clicked on it and read the description, and it said that it was just like the hot fudge sundae with green
sprinkles.
And it was basically cookies and cream crumbles,
but they dyed them green.
It was green. I was like, oh,
that's not special. Yeah.
I was like, that's not a Dubai ice cream.
No.
Very deceiving. And I
was bummed when we went up to that Shake Shack when there was.
There probably is like a green dragon or whatever. It said it was inspired by something from the How to Train Your Dragon movie. But I'll tell you what, it was a little deceiving.
Well, I haven't seen the movie.
Me neither.
And I'm not sure that dragons really like Burger King. I mean, how do they know that dragons like Burger King?
They might eat it in the movie. Who knows?
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Probably not.
Yeah. I think McDonald's is supposed to be bringing back some retro toys or something. they just. Oh, Wendy's is supposed to be bringing back their chicken tenders, but they said they brought them back. They haven't brought them back in like 9 years or something, and they said they bring them back like every so often. But
What, the snack wraps or something?
no, no, just chicken tenders.
Oh.
But for some reason they don't sell. So I don't know whether I've never had them there. I don't know whether it's their recipe or their marketing or what. But apparently they're just a bust every time they try to do them. So I don't know why they're trying it again, like doing the same thing. Like if if it doesn't work after doing it a number of times, maybe you should change something to when you do it next time. Just saying. If it didn't work,
We've got one chrysalis for anyone that crystal cares.
Yes, finally, the butterflies are just starting to peek up around.
We replanted a bunch of milkweed and stuff, so hopefully that'll grow and take off more and attract more butterflies and whatever.
But yeah, we finally are just starting to find some eggs, and hopefully, I mean, it could just be the weather why they haven't come yet. It's been just the most bizarre year. And I look back, and like last year today, pictures from like last year today and 2 years ago today stuff, we both had tans.
I'm tan.
Well, no, but I mean, like, we looked like it was summer. You know what I mean? And it's not like we were even going and like hanging out at the beach all day.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that cake?
I'm feeling sleepy.
Uh-oh, I better bring it quick.
Because...
I'm going to bring out the cake because you want me to wrap this up?
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap that. Because you probably want... I'm going to wrap up her leftovers for later. Look at, she saved a bite. I believe it's a bite and a half. It doesn't look like 2 complete bites. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks like a bite and a half to you? Yeah, that'll be like a huge night snack. She'll be like craving it. So I'm going to wrap it up carefully just like that because that's how I am. So I'm going to go grab the cake. Meg, entertain the crowd, baby. You got it. I'll be right back, guys. I'm putting on my slippers.
Hey guys, can you see me? Hey, can you guys see me? Gosh, I felt like I had things to say for the next time we were on a live stream, but I think I'm ready to cook my brain a little bit. Not in any olive oil or canola. Don't worry, no seed oils are included in my brain cooking. But yeah, it was hot out. It was sunny. There was sun yesterday. Not today though. Not really. So I think yesterday I cooked it a little medium rare. But don't worry, I'm still mooing. Here comes Mom with the cake. Here she is.
Ta-da! Look at that, guys.
And she also brought a dessert. You should be a comedian.
You are.
I would like to be one.
We got forks and servers and knives, and do you want to cut it or me? It's up to you. Doesn't this look lovely?
I just have to give it a bit of an inspection. What's the date on that cake?
6. But it's been in the refrigerator.
sell through the 6th.
Yeah.
That's not an expiry.
Yeah.
Oh, Tatum's up on the pillows.
So it's got blueberries and strawberries. And I believe it's a yellow cake.
It should be fine.
It should be fine. Fine and dandy.
It's been in our fridge for a couple of days, so the berries had a little bit of a liqueur scent going on.
Oh, really?
You didn't bring any clothes?
I did. I got them both over here.
I'm holding.
I'm just trying
Hold
to
on,
serve it
Tim.
up.
Hold on.
Fork for you.
Excuse me.
What? I'm forking you. There you go. I'll turn around so you can see inside. There.
Now,
What?
they left the tails on the shrimps.
Are you kidding me?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
On the blueberries, there's little stems.
There's little stems.
That's because they want you to know that they're real blueberries. You know, it's kind of like mashed potatoes. They should always leave like a little peel on so you know they're real.
It's alright. It's alright, guys. It's alright. It's not. Hey. Hey, God. It's alright. No one freak out.
We can handle
I
it.
got it.
But this is like, you know, that whipped cream.
I didn't know there was like a pudding in the middle here.
It's like, almost like a vanilla custard pudding. This is very good. Very good.
Bird still ain't shutting up. That's for sure.
Wow. So what are you guys having for dessert tonight?
The sun is still out? What freaking time is that? It's 7:53.
I think sunset's at like 8:34 or something.
Wow. Who's ready for fall? Please, for the love of God. Please, for the love of God. I say this all the time when we're on live and no one gives me nothing. Please, for the love of God, someone give me a movie recommendation.
A movie.
On an Amazon. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Shoot like this. Oh, see how quiet that is?
That was so quiet.
No,
So quiet.
I have Amazon Prime and anything else. I think I've already seen I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't see, the thing is I watched like 2 horror movies on Amazon Prime, and then have you seen Lady Bird? I don't think so. I think I started it and got bored. Sorry. What was I saying?
The 2 horror movies.
Oh yeah, I watched like 2 horror movies on Amazon Prime, and now it like recommends me like all horror movies. And I'm like, look, I don't really want to.
That's wrong.
I don't really want to be like scared right now.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of like different series. I hate it though when like they don't let you see the whole series for free. You know, that's part of the deal of being like Prime. Like you should be able to see anything they're offering, it should be free on there.
Jenny, is there butter on the toast? It's gotta be a little butter on the toast. What did you say?
Amazon Prime. A lot of the series they have on there now, it's like you can see like say, you know, seasons 1 through 3 or something for free, and then the next 7 seasons you have to pay for, or something. And it's like,
You just gotta wait like 3 years until they put it on for free.
yeah, and then you got to go back and watch the first 3 seasons again to remind yourself what happened. I mean, that's so wrong. I mean,
know they changed that like a couple months ago, where they all of a sudden made it like where there were shows and stuff that were really on like HBO or
Yeah.
like other streaming platforms, and then they would give you like a couple of seasons to watch, and then you have to subscribe, and it's like just
I'm already subscribed to Amazon Prime. Why? Yeah.
it's like just don't put those shows in my recommended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just give me the shows that I'm gonna be able to get my closure on.
Right.
Like, don't suggest me shows that are gonna make me. I gotta.
And you, but the problem is too, you don't even know that you're gonna have to pay. And I don't mind if they say that it's not ad free. You know, that they'll say, you know, you can upcharge it or whatever. You know, pay a little extra and not see ads. I'm fine with the ads. You know, if it's free, I get that. But
Random guy dude.
who's here?
Random guy dude.
Hey.
A little late, but it's
Welcome,
okay.
welcome. And you know what really gets me is the ones that they'll charge for is like a series that sound like PBS or something. Public broadcast system. How can they charge you when it's free on PBS? You know what I mean? That's so crazy.
Well, because the problem is, we don't have cable.
Right.
Where if we had like a Cox login,
Mm.
a lot of those you could just watch. Like if we downloaded the PBS app and you just logged in with the Cox login, I think at least a while ago you used to be able to like watch a lot.
I think we can with our internet though. Still.
Oh, I thought it was only when we had Cox cable, like the TV, like.
Yeah, no, but we still have their internet, and I think you can now. But PBS,
We're having it's a vanilla cake with fruits.
No, fruity fruits. It's not a
Trouble with Harry. I don't think I've seen that. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
That's like a. Back when I was a kid, there was like 4 channels. You know, there was like, you know, NBC, CBS. You know, it's a PBS, and they were all free. There was only like 4 channels to, you know.
Personally, I have been a fan of more of movies lately. There are many good shows, I'm not saying that, but I like to be able to get in and out in one night. I like to be able to have my one night stands with a movie.
Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I like that too. So sometimes I'll mix it up, even if I'm in the middle of a series, and I'll just watch a one-off.
If it's a good series that like is so good that it makes me want to like binge watch it, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, but I just hate because like no matter what, unless it's a show that's old and already completely concluded, they filmed the
they
last
can't charge you for
season
anything
or whatever. Well, even that aside, like any shows, like even old shows, there's some that they never finished filming. All like they got canceled halfway through, or whatever,
or lost funding, whatever happened.
And so that's the issue with TV shows too. Is like you can get invested a few seasons in, and they can say they're gonna come out with a new season, and then
it never gets canceled.
Whatever, and then you just got a cliffhanger.
Like, I mean, I watched, like, there's certain ones like that I would even, like, watch the whole thing again, like, House, that doctor show, House, Grey's Anatomy, you know, there's a few like those that I would watch the full series more than once, and I think Grey's Anatomy was on for, like, 12 years or 12 seasons or something.
I'm gonna write down the Trouble with Harry. because that's the only one I've gotten as a recommendation, I think, so far. So, Grey's is still on.
It is? They're still
Yeah.
making new episodes?
Yeah.
Are
You
you
know
kidding?
that?
No.
When did you think they stopped?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I need to go back and pull it up again.
Yeah, no, I think they're.
I thought they ended a couple years ago.
Unfortunately, I think they're now like over milking the storyline because there is such a craze for it and it's making money and whatever,
Yeah.
and I think they're kind of stringing it along now. Like
And-
it's a little. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I stopped watching after the plane crash.
Yeah, sometimes when they get a little out of touch with it, you know, then it's kind of like, oh, I can't watch this episode anymore, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they just like fall off the plot.
I like I can rewatch certain shows like House.
Yeah.
Because like every episode is so different.
They're a one-off almost.
And like they do have things that
Tie
string
it
them
together.
together and whatever, but for the most part, like
you don't have to watch every single one to be able to follow.
and like you kind of forget the storyline that does weave it together when you haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy in years. Because Grey's Anatomy is very different from House, where Grey's is a lot more of the interpersonal, like, drama.
Yes.
It's more of, like, a hospital soap opera and whatever that has a bit of educational, where House is, like, a lot of, like, you actually are, like, they're actually going through different,
They're based
like,
on
medical,
real
like,
things. Yeah, a lot of them are based on real, like, you could look it up and say, oh my gosh, that is really what cockroach poop can do to you, or
Right,
whatever,
right.
you know?
Where, you could start any episode, any season of House,
Yes.
and kind of,
I think there's only
like,
a couple of episodes in the entire 11 seasons or 12 that they made that were actually a part 1 and part 2. I think there was only a couple.
But, like, if you want to rewatch Grey's, you have to kind of, like, restart from episode 1, and, like, sometimes I'll see a clip of something, like, from House pop up, like, when I'm scrolling, that people will post, like, clips of shows, and I'll be like, ooh, like, what episode, like, it'll be,
What's
like,
that one from?
it'll be, like, season 3, episode 9, and I'm like, ooh, let me go watch
that
that episode, whatever, but, hey. Sorry, I was trying to catch up. We were gabbing. They're never gonna let Dr. Weber retire.
On General Hospital?
I gave up on Grey's. I have watched Stranger Things. Wait, are you talking about Stranger Things is coming back?
Wasn't that the one that they just did the one on New Year's Eve or something? Was that Stranger Things? What was the one they did on New Year's Eve that they did an episode of or something and released? It was one that I hadn't seen anyway, but I thought that was Stranger Things, but
It's coming back this Thanksgiving. I don't think they released anything this past New Year's. I don't know what you're referring to.
there was one of the big shows that hadn't been on, and then they released just one episode on, and it was released on like New Year's Eve. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I didn't watch the show, but I remember that all the hype about it.
I think what you're remembering is that I told you that they're gonna be doing that, where they're releasing like they're releasing like one episode on Thanksgiving. They're releasing like one episode on
Of
like
Stranger
Christmas
Things?
or something, and then they're releasing like the rest of the season on like New Year's or something.
Of Stranger
I
Things?
think
Okay,
so.
then maybe that's what I was thinking of.
I think that's what you're confusing it
Yeah.
with. Yeah. Jimothy seems to think that that might be, because I don't have Netflix, so I don't know, but I thought that's what I heard, and I was like, really? Like, they're gonna string people along, that they're gonna release one episode or 2 episodes on Thanksgiving,
And nothing till then.
and then like a few episodes on Christmas or something, and then yeah, that sounds like torture. I did like
And
Stranger
who
Things,
ties
though.
up their entire holidays I mean, unless it's going to be on that you can watch it.
It's not a live.
Oh, they're not doing it like as a one-time.
You think everyone around the world is supposed to gather around for the movie at the same time, and that's the only time that
Yeah.
it's going to be on Netflix?
Yeah. But it wasn't that a high budget show too? Didn't it cost them a lot of money to make that show?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be a thing then. I've never seen the show, so
They recently dropped a teaser with new info, just release dates. Where are you two? We're on a hot air balloon ride.
woo!
Christine, don't tell them we're in our living room. We're on a hot air balloon, obviously, through
On
the
vacation,
sunset.
yeah.
But yeah, tonight it's very like foggy and whatever out, so it's very much like a movie night tonight.
And we are a little on the tired side. We were busting our heinies for the past couple of days doing gardening and whatnot.
We did get Lady Bird was also a recommendation. I don't know if that might be on Amazon Prime. I don't know.
Lady Bird?
Yeah.
See, I can't watch scary movies, so anybody that suggests a scary movie, that would only be for Meg.
No, I'm not really in the mood for like a scary or a sad movie. And I'm not like really in the mood for like a corny movie either.
Well, what are you in the mood for?
I don't know. That's why I have
Like
a hard
comedy?
time. Like, that's why I have a hard time a lot of the time. I'm like, what movie do I want to watch? I'm like, no, I don't want to watch anything scary. I'm like, I don't want to watch anything sad. Like, I don't really want to watch anything all that, like, thought-provoking. Like, I just want some mindless entertainment.
Almost like a sitcom.
But I don't like sitcoms. They're so corny. Like, I've never watched, like, Friends or
or
Seinfeld.
Friends. Yeah. You could, like, maybe you could watch, like, the Brady Bunch.
And, like, I'm not huge on, like, thrillers, because they're all of a sudden, like, flipping a car and then shooting guns, and it's like, I'm just sitting there scrolling, and all of a sudden it's
what
like,
happened? What did I miss?
And I'm like, whoa, hey, I thought we were just hanging out.
We're just relaxing here. I'm just here just trying to have a nice evening.
Living Single is a good show. Neighbors.
Oh, I've seen Neighbors.
I want to see
Living Single, I don't think
I want to see the new Jurassic Park, but my brother was saying that he thinks that that's a movie industry that they're kind of just
burning out.
Overdoing at this point too. But
yeah, but you didn't like the sitcom. Like, I liked Two Broke Girls. I thought that was hysterical.
How do you know I didn't like that? I don't recall ever watching an episode.
You've never watched an episode? Oh, maybe you have to watch one. And then, what was the one? Something.
Hey.
There was another one that I liked, but it was very short-lived. I think they only did 2 or 3 seasons. And it was called, The Girls in 2B or something. Something like, I'm trying to remember what it, shoot, I can't remember the name of it. And it was really funny too. It gave you the same vibe as you know, as Two Broke Girls. Maybe you should see an episode of that. I think you crack up.
The Bee in Apartment 23?
Yes, maybe that's what it was. Yes. Yeah, and I think it was only on for like 2 or 3 seasons.
Do you have a new account? Why would I have a new account? New account where?
A new bank account?
I'd be willing to sign up for a new credit card with your name on it. Linked to your
with your name on it, linked to your payment. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny, right?
Oh yeah, I don't go live on TikTok anymore. They bananaed my main account like 2 years ago now. And my other one, I just don't really feel like going on.
Once in a great while she goes on it, but
The while does have to be great.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're on TikTok and YouTube. That's
And
what-
we're not live on Instagram, but
yeah, you can find us live on YouTube or TikTok.
yeah, we've never gone live on Instagram. I've had people ask me, and so I don't know. It just sounds like
Think
another
about
platform to try to figure out.
Yeah, I got too many people that I know on my Instagram that like I went to school with that like I don't really want to like be like, hey, if like we're live and they like come in and they're like, hey girl, and I'm like,
Is it really you?
like you can't like,
Yeah.
I can't be like, get out of my room.
Go on, get now.
No, I didn't invite you. No, go.
I've never done it. I don't know. Can you boot people out of your room on there? Probably. You must be able
Well, you
to.
can just say, hey, go, get out of here.
Go on, get.
Hey, go, get.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with TikTok anyway. They supposedly have a lot of things up their sleeve. We'll see what happens. But we've been on YouTube longer than anything. And really, we like that platform.
I don't think I'll watch the new Minecraft movie personally because I've never played Minecraft and I don't like.
Isn't that a video game?
Yeah.
Why would they make a movie out of a video game? That's ridiculous.
Because you can make money.
Oh. Yeah, we're not video gamers.
It's got awkwardly quiet.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh my god. Hey, Betty. So
So yeah, we're hoping now that we got a lot of our gardening and yard work and stuff all done. We still have more to do, but that we can start coming up with some more exciting things to do that we can talk about.
Random guy dude, are you saying you're not streaming on Twitch anytime soon, or us? Said no Twitch streams anytime soon. Should we be streaming on Twitch? I don't know how Twitch works, and like,
Yeah.
for lack of sounding lazy and stupid, I don't really care to like operate a new platform.
And don't people on Twitch get like really like technical, like get like high tech equipment and stuff to do that, or no?
You can do it cheap. Like, you can stream on Twitch, I think, from your phone if you want. But it's just, like, I just really don't have any desire to, like, grow new platforms. It's not necessarily that I don't care to, like, the TikTok is Bonnie Sullivan. It's not that I don't have any desire to like learn a new streaming platform necessarily. I don't have any desire to really grow a new following. Like, we come on to hang out with you guys because like we've already collected you guys. We've already kidnapped you on this.
We're a little
platform.
gang here.
We've already kind of like come in. Oh, gotcha. So like when we like come on YouTube or TikTok, we already know like some of the homies are gonna like
Show up
be
and
like come on,
show up and show out
and like so. Yeah, like the reason we go live is because like we love when new people do come in and join and start like joining our cult community.
Right?
But majority of the time we come on, like, we got, a handful of people on each stream. Can you hear me? Are you stupid? You're typing. No, I can't hear you. Hello? What?
We see you. Instead of asking, why don't you just ask? Just ask if you're saying you want to say something.
Can I say something to you? Can I say something to you? Buddy.
Just say it.
I cannot hear you asking the question, no. It's just that. I didn't found your account on TikTok. Well, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I told you what the name was. I don't care. I don't, like, you're here. Why do you need to also be on TikTok?
It's Bonnie Sullivan on TikTok.
That's what when people, like, we like people that are on TikTok to also have our YouTube in case something happens to TikTok.
Right.
But if you're on YouTube,
well,
you don't need to be on TikTok. It's the phones are literally right next to each other. It's the same stream.
Except sometimes we have different videos on.
There's other videos on TikTok, but for live stream purposes, like right in this minute, you don't need to switch over to a different. It does.
You won't get a different view or angle. It's the same.
It's the same thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a viewer, so maybe I'm wrong, but I told you guys I cooked my brain.
We've been working a lot the past 2 days, so.
I think you need to record everything you cook before and after. Apparently you're not recording enough of the flour before you turn it into something.
What?
Just Me said, I think you need to record everything you cook before and after.
What does that mean?
I think maybe you aren't like...
Every single meal that I cook during the day?
When you have like your ingredients out before you make something from scratch, I think maybe they want...
They want to see me measure absolutely everything?
They want to see you just like a few more extra seconds of that bowl of flour.
Or did you want me to like take you to the supermarket with me to buy my ingredients?
Yeah, apparently you're not doing enough.
I'm not doing it right?
No, yeah.
You know, I love that when people come in and tell me that I'm not doing it right. When, you know...
This dessert does have gelatin, though. Mom did not make this. Robbie asked, does that dessert contain gelatin? This does.
Good question. Good question.
But she didn't make it. I think it's a little bit of gelatin on top of the fruit. We love constructive criticism, but, like, give us some, like, what do you mean? Film more before and after. You are filming too much during. There's not enough before and not enough after. So they want to see you washing your hands.
They want to see me go to the store, put my list together, go to the store.
They want to see how, behind the scenes, how you measure everything out.
And then my cleanup process too, probably.
Well, damn it, why aren't you filming that already?
Because
you're a terrible content creator.
Well, the problem is on TikTok, you're lucky if you can keep someone's attention more than 60 seconds, first of all. And then I get people that complain, your video's too long.
I want a 19-hour documentary of every recipe.
Yeah, soup to nuts.
Just you tasting your creations.
Well, I do that.
Yeah, that's someone else said that.
Oh, what are you doing under the couch over there, Beanie Baby? What doing? I mean, you can't fit a lot into like 60 seconds or 3 minutes or whatever. And you know what? Honestly, people that do a recipe in 60 seconds, you can be guaranteed if you try to follow what they say and make that, it's not going to come out right, because you can't do a whole recipe and get it all together in 60 seconds. You can't do it. You'll miss steps.
Well, that's the hard part, is like your videos will come up on people's feed because they're on a platform that they want to watch like short form content where it's like, around a minute or so or whatever, or 2 minutes or whatever it is. And so to keep their attention and like hook their attention and whatever, you can't be like, so first we're taking 1 cup of this and another cup of this.
Hold on a minute, we're gonna unload the dishwasher first.
But then, because some people will never watch until, like, if it's too long, some people will never get to the taste test if they have to watch all the way through.
So that's why I've tried splitting it up and doing the recipe separate from the taste test. I've tried all
We are
different-
mean. Thank you for asking.
I've tried all different options and things. But now I look at it as, if you enjoy my content, thank you. And please comment whatever. If you don't enjoy my content because it doesn't fit your needs and qualifications or whatever,
Well,
there's a lot of other people you can watch.
But the thing is, a lot of the time, like, people will say that, but it's hard too, because like a video can come up on someone's feed like at any time. So it could be like a video from like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And you might have posted like multiple parts. Like there might have been part 1 is more what they're looking for with like I guess we're giving you a hard time because you tried to give constructive criticism but didn't like fully elaborate on what you just like told us to do more. So that's why we're kind of giving you a hard time.
If you go to my
Sometimes
YouTube, I put a lot more of my longer ones on YouTube, honestly, because people on YouTube, their attention span, I think, is greater, and that's not an insult to you.
But a lot of the time, you'll post like the ingredients and like whipping it up, and then sometimes you'll post a part 2 where you're like plating it and like whatever, and then sometimes part 3 is the taste test, and like sometimes part 3 is all that comes up on people's feeds. And if it's like an older video, sometimes they don't know that they have to scroll back to get the first parts, and it's like, sometimes you're not doing enough. Sometimes we've already done the multiple parts, and then you just come in the chat without looking. I'm not saying you specifically, but sometimes people then come in the chat and they're like, hey, how come you didn't give an ingredients in that video? And blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, actually, that was part 1, and what came up on your feed that you liked was part 3.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to give people a hard time.
And, it seems to be the worst critics on here are the people that don't make videos. People that actually make videos and content and stuff, they get it, and they understand the struggle of trying to please so many people. And you can't please all the people all the time, as they say.
Yeah. Most of the time, Mom doesn't like make something off camera, like 100%, and then just like be like, here's this, Meg, try it. Like usually there's like
there's a recipe.
If it's not in the same video, usually there's like another part that you might have missed. So
unless it's a straight up taste test of something we bought,
right?
and sometimes that's the case.
Not really much of a
no.
Yeah, making content can be very time consuming. That's why I kind of.
And expensive. People don't realize the time involved and the thought and.
Yeah, when I started like getting more like haters than dollars, is when I kind of stopped caring about like making videos. So.
Yeah, because, I mean, maybe other people make money on here. We don't. You know.
Yeah, we've spent like.
It cost us a lot more money than we ever would make on here to make our videos and our content.
Especially like during quarantine, obviously it was like kind of a like fun thing to do. Like there's nothing to do, but then. You know, we started like getting followers, and we're like, oh, everyone says they like get rich from making videos and whatever. So we gave it a little effort, a little time, a little whatever, and we like got the followers and we're getting the views, but we're like, wait, where's like all this money that everyone talks about?
Because that didn't happen.
So yeah, so now it's funny like when people like click on like my TikTok account, like especially like if you tag me in something or whatever, or like people like they are like, oh my god, like you have 400,000 followers, like you should be like
rolling
nice.
in it.
Well, that, but like they're like, oh, like you should be like nicer to people, blah 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 blah. It's like I'm not like any kind of like actual like internet celebrity that makes money doing this, guys. Like I'm just a person.
It costs us money to do it, so.
Well, that's what a lot of
when people are going to criticize you and stuff.
It costs almost every creator time and money to create what they create, no matter what it is. Even if you're just sitting at home, just talking directly to the camera, it takes time.
You
and
have
effort
to pay your
and
cell
whatever.
phone bill. Yeah.
And but the thing is, a lot of them get it back in like monetization or
brand
ads
deals or whatever.
Whatever the
gifts, whatever it is, yeah.
But yeah, we never had the millions dumped into our bank accounts that these other people claim like happens when you're like a social media person. So
we get off the live.
So yeah, I'm an asshole because
and we're lucky if we've made 2 cents. So the cake was like $25. The Burger King was what, $10-11. You know, so $35 we came on and you get off and it says, wow, you made 2 cents. It's like, score.
Like, so that's what it's like. We're not on here to like make anyone that doesn't like us. Like we're not on here because it like pays our bills and like, you know what I mean? We're just on here to shoot the shit and like give some movie suggestions and like eat some cake. And so when people are like, you're not doing enough, it's like, buddy, we're just here for a good time. We're just like, we're, you know, just, you know, as they say.
We are genuine people. That is correct.
Oh, god damn it. It like slithered downward my cheeks and not outward my cheeks. And
to
it
like
was just a
squeak.
It was like it was like
an empty fart.
A balloon releasing air the quietest way.
That's wrong.
I found y'all today when your mom said she was gonna quit.
What?
What, you said you were gonna quit?
That was probably a really old video.
Thanks for the corn, Han.
You being corny. Are you being corny?
Hello, Nancy.
That was probably an old video when we were having some frustrating times or something, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's what I'm going to guess. Thank you so much.
I told her
I'm
to
not
go
sure
through
what
and
that is.
delete all those old videos.
I thought I did. I can go to peek.
She's gonna go in and peek now.
I'm going to go and peek and see what you're saying. It was. Okay, they said it was old. You're glad we didn't. Thank you.
And
that's nice of you to say that.
that's also what is very funny with like when people are like, "Oh my god," like about me being mean because I don't like to lick the plate of every recipe that you make, and I also don't act like someone that, like, a lot of these influencers or people that are on social media will be like, "Oh my gosh, hi guys, today we're gonna," and it's a fake, it's not who they really are, and so there's like this dystopian of like people that like who what like people don't act, I don't know,
and we are who we are.
So hold on,
Hold on. Let her squeak, baby. Did you hear that? A round of applause. A round of applause for Megan.
So, and like even like a lot of like mother daughters that like do content, they like over like compensate like or like a lot of kid and parent, like there's quite a few like kids my age that do videos like with their parents or whatever, and a lot of it is like fake and like for the video and like whatever, and so I think that's what, like, a lot of the time, like, it is just like my mom whipping up some weird ass shit, like, yeah, it's for a video for her, but like it's genuinely like her, like I'm in my room doing something,
and I'll say, Meg, I
and
need you
she's
to come
like,
and try this.
Meg, it's time to taste
The
test.
table is set. The dinner bell is ringing.
And so I come in and I'm not doing it to make anyone like me. I'm doing it because my mom made some funky shit that she knows is some funky shit that my mom used to take me for pedicures because she liked to watch when they tickled me because she liked to see how uncomfortable I am. I don't think you guys understand our relationship.
I have been torturing her this way since she was young. I think I started the pedicure thing maybe around 4 or 5 years old.
Thank you so much for admitting that, because so many people don't understand that it's not me being a terrible daughter. It's starting with her being a terrible mom.
But it's not a terrible thing. What
we
it
have
is
fun.
Parents, sometimes we just need to get like some type of fun satisfaction, and so
it's like tickling your kid, like,
right,
or whatever.
It is, yeah.
But
so
I don't want you to touch my armpits.
Did I?
No, you make funky shit instead.
Well, pick your poison. But I did. I started out maybe when she was about 4 or 5, taking her for a pedicure because I knew her feet were so sensitive, and every time they touch them, she'd be going white knuckle in the chair and stuff because she didn't want to get her nails painted, right?
And so for our whole lives, ever since I came out of her, we've had that kind of relationship, and like I've never had to like act like some golden star pupil for my mom to like me and like want to hang out with me. I know some of you guys have to like walk on eggshells to like hang out with your moms, but I can tell my mom that like she made a really nasty recipe and she's still gonna like want to hang out with me the next day. I know that might not be the case for some of you. I know some of your moms might not be fun, and that they might.
We have a lot of fun. We have a great relationship.
And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that.
And if anybody wants to know, Megan still has that sensation with her feet. So if you want to see it.
No, I don't. I have corns now. I'm old.
No, but she does. She does get squirmish, like
No, I don't.
Yes, she does.
Do you want to take me for a pedicure? I could use.
I was just gonna say. So if anybody wants to pay for a pedicure, I will take some footage and post it up.
There's actually.
I'm a little broke right now. Otherwise, I'd say yes, we could go just so I could show and document it for you guys.
It is kind of a bummer because like I was looking at my toes for a couple of days and I was like, damn, them boys is ugly. Like, what's going on? And then I took like a little scrubber brush and I scrubbed all the little dirt out of the corners of my toenails. Oh. And I went, whoa!
Look at me! That was because we've been gardening.
And I said, oh my God, that's a foot fetish if I ever saw one.
Look at that.
But then the last 2 days we've been back out there, so now I got them crummies in the corners of my toes again, and I gotta bust that old brusher out.
Yeah. But if anybody wants, wants some documentation, feel free to, send some gifts and all. When we get enough for pedicures, we'll head on out to the pedicure place and we'll document it.
Yeah, if you want to let some other lady scrub my toes clean.
But you'll get to see the expression. You think she makes good expressions when she's trying my food? You should see the expression she makes when she goes for a pedicure. That is just amazing.
But I'm allergic to everything except the most expensive one that they got, so someone better send us some good money to go.
Yeah, and it's got to be enough for times two, because it wouldn't be fair. Like, what are they going to do? One of her feet and one of mine? I wonder if you could do that. Go in and say, we don't really have enough money.
Just hot stone one of each of our legs.
He said, we don't really have enough money for a full pedicure, and we really both need one. So could you just do one of her feet and one of my feet for now?
Could you just use the same stones? I'd settle. You can give her the hot stone massage. Can I get the warm stone massage after you're done with them on her?
Yeah, and we'll use the same foot bath and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could get a bargain,
little potluck. Little clam boil.
Oh, yeah.
A little seafood boil.
Yeah. But don't worry, because we couldn't afford the expensive one anyway, so we wouldn't have to, pick any particular, things they were going to put in the water.
I had a thought earlier, and we're going to wrap up the stream on this note. A while ago, there was a machine or something that they were trying to, manufacture, come out with, or whatever, that it would paint your nails for you. Did you ever see that? You put it was like a robot, and it would drizzle and fill, it would have this thing, and it would sense where your nail was and everything, and it would fill it in and then cure it, because in the machine, whatever.
No, I never heard of that.
I don't think it got very far, because I don't.
Was it on Shark Tank?
I think, or something. I don't know. I think a lot of people were just it's
gonna make
really
a mess.
It's really just not for how much they cost. I think it was you can just paint. You could just.
I wonder if it was a vending machine. You could do it, have them set up in the airport, and you could go in and stick your feet in and.
well, it would be efficient if they did all the toes and all the fingers at the exact same time. Yeah. The one I saw, it was you put in one finger at a time. So I think the machines were probably expensive, and it was not a good turnover. You couldn't get a bunch of people in and out quick.
Yeah, not at one finger at a time. No.
But so I was thinking, and no one steal my idea, because maybe I'll have to go to Shark Tank. It would be a good idea if it did all of them at once, but the accuracy, I think, is the issue. Because if you have multiple people coming in one after a time, if it isn't 100% accurate, picking up everyone's nail shape and length and whatever, you're gonna be having people with polish all over their hands.
Well, I think now with different digital recognition, facial and everything, I bet they can be pretty precise.
Yeah, they should be. But what I was thinking is they could load up the machine. I don't know if this is already a feature that was part of the other one. I think the other one, you just selected a color like you do when you're at the nail salon.
Yeah, you go and they say pick a color.
But I don't know what randomly made me think of this earlier today, but I was just thinking you should be able to go into the nail salon and say I'm I want the exact green that's on this pillow.
Like they do with paint at the hardware store.
It's I don't know anything else this exact color of green, so I have to bring in this color. And because on so many things, on Photoshop and whatever, you can grab the color and duplicate it or whatever. And so I think they should have a machine where they can scan the color, and then they
so
have
you can match an outfit or whatever.
And they have a whole rainbow of the of all the primary colors of the nail polish.
Well, it would mix,
and they
like
should
they
be
do
able
the paint.
to mix.
Yeah.
Take the drops from whatever.
That's what they do at the paint store. Exactly.
Exactly. They should do that
with nail
polish. And then they wouldn't have to have
Yeah.
a million colors of nail polish.
They'd need like a black, a white,
This isn't just like
red,
the primaries
yellow,
and a
yeah.
couple extra, like whatever.
like gold and
Yeah. And so no one steal my idea. If you steal my idea, I'm gonna steal your children.
that's like so smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they, like I said, and they've been doing it at the paint store forever. You can bring in this napkin, and they'll scan it in on their thing, and they'll say, okay, it's 3 squirts of this and 2 squirts of that and 1.5 squirt of that, and
Because
shake it up. And
even aside from, like, even if it wasn't a machine that, like, did the painting, I would, like, if there was a machine that you could buy and you preloaded it like an ink cartridge for, like, a,
Yeah.
you know, the
Yeah.
printer or whatever, I would do it because, like, I have so many freaking nail polish colors.
you wouldn't need all those bottles.
That's what I'm saying. You just need, you know, the one
have the
machine and
basics.
refill when certain ones are empty.
Right.
But even if it just, and it poured you out exactly
Just
enough,
enough
to do one
Yeah.
coat of whatever, and then if you needed more, you just
Make another
Make
batch.
another, whatever.
It's fresh.
I think that makes so much sense. And then you could have, like, every color.
And they could give you like the mix of it, like that, you know, print out a little slip of what your mix was. So if you wanted to have that again, you could go in and they could say what that mix was.
Yeah. And then you just have, like, a couple of, like, clean brushes, like, on the side of it that you dip in the
disposable
little
brushes,
whatever.
yeah.
Well, disposable, or you could, like, you know, use nail polish remover and just clean them once you're done. And
I don't know. I think it gets all into the bristles and stuff. I don't, because you know when they try to clean it and then they put it into.
I think that's where they tried to, like, get away from the, like, disposable so many bristles or whatever, was with the, like, it, like,
Did it like airbrush it on?
no, like, you know how, like, 3D printers work?
Yeah.
It like, 3D printed.
Oh, the polish
It
onto your
was,
nail.
like, 3D printer technology.
That's what I'm saying.
on the
Yeah.
nail.
And I mean, they could have them in like airports while you're waiting. You got a delay on your flight. Oh, you know what? I think I want pink. And you can go, you know, just go to the machine. No
35
appointment
bucks.
needed or whatever. Yeah.
$35, a shellac polish, and you're
You
Done.
shellac and whack, and off you go.
done in 10 minutes.
Yeah. But it would only be able to do like that. It wouldn't be able to do. I mean, you could actually program it to do airbrush things. But I mean, it couldn't do like an acrylic thing.
Right.
But if they somehow incorporated like those printers that can build and make,
I don't think they can 3D print you an acrylic nail, but that's a discussion for next week's episode.
tell us what you think in the comments. You know, when you're watching this. If anybody missed any of this, just to let you know, we will be posting it up onto our YouTube channel. So if you missed any or you wanted to go back and couldn't get enough of us and wanted to see us again.
If you wanted us to yell at, if you wanted to go back where we were, like, yelling at someone in the comments,
yeah,
if
and you go back. Yeah.
if you want us to yell at you again, just go over to
Megan Mom.
yeah, I think it's Megan Mom.
And our old streams are up on there as well, so you can catch some of those. We try to come live twice a week. Once in a while it's 3 times, sometimes it's only once.
You can
but
either look up Bonnie and Meg or Meg and Mom.
either one, you'll find us. That's our beauteous picture of us 2 together. But yeah,
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
and we can't wait to see you guys again, guys. I can't
Thanks,
wait.
Christine.
Yes, thank you so much, Christine.
And
And everybody else that was here, thank you all to all the gifters, all the nice people. If you weren't nice, then I'm not saying thank you to you. I'm just saying.
we'll see you guys in a couple of days, and hopefully my brain will not be super cooked.
We are a
Next
little
time.
tired tonight, so there's that. So now we gotta work
I
our
have
brains to pick a movie.
I have that movie written down, Jimothy. I'll see if I can find it on the
And the trouble with
primatization.
Harry, yeah, on the primalization.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. And again, feel free to follow us on YouTube. If you missed anything or just want
Hey,
can't get
thanks,
enough of
homie.
us, we'll appreciate it.
PHX, thanks.
Gotta clean up this cake and such. And we will see you. Thank you for spending some of your evening with us tonight. Now I get a dry throat. Bye, Christine. Thank you again so much. I appreciate it.
I was just trying to catch up with these comments. Okay, I don't think there's many comments I missed. Ooh. Okay. Good night, everybody.